In a bright and cheerful neighborhood, full of colorful houses and happy, chattering birds, lived a little girl named Hannah. Hannah was 6 years old, with wavy blonde hair she loved to wear in a high ponytail that bounced when she skipped. Today, the sun was shining extra bright, as if it was just as excited as Hannah was. She put on her favorite teal t-shirt and purple shorts, ready for a fun day at the playground. As she ran out the door, her mom called from the window, "Have a wonderful time, sweetie." "I will," Hannah shouted back, waving with a big smile. The playground was her favorite place in the whole world. It was a wonderland of colors, with a swirly red slide, a bouncy yellow seesaw, and a big blue climbing frame that looked like a friendly dragon. But Hannah's absolute favorite was the swings. She loved the feeling of flying high into the sky, with the wind tickling her cheeks and making her ponytail dance. Today, she skipped past the giggling toddlers in the sandbox and the older kids playing tag on the grass. Her eyes were set on the swing set. "Swings, here I come," she sang to herself. She imagined how high she would go today, maybe even high enough to touch a cloud. But as she got closer, her happy skipping slowed to a stop. Her smile turned into a small frown. One of the swings looked sad. It wasn't hanging straight and proud like the others. The seat was tilted to one side, and one of its strong silver chains was hanging loose, almost touching the ground. "Oh no," Hannah whispered to herself, walking slowly towards the broken swing. She gently poked the tilted seat with her finger. It wobbled unsteadily. "Kids won't be able to use this. Someone could get hurt." She felt a little bit sad. The swings were for everyone, and now one was broken. It just didn't seem fair. Just then, she saw a familiar, friendly face. It was Mr. Oliver, the park caretaker. He had kind eyes and a gentle smile, and he always wore a green cap over his fluffy gray hair. Mr. Oliver was carrying his trusty red toolkit, which meant he was on his way to fix something. He was like a superhero for the park. Hannah's little feet scurried over to him. She knew he would know what to do. Tugging gently on his sleeve, she pointed with a serious expression. "Mr. Oliver, Mr. Oliver," she said, her voice full of concern. "One of the swings is broken. Look!" Mr. Oliver followed her pointing finger and saw the droopy swing. He nodded thoughtfully, his smile never leaving his face. Well, you've got sharp eyes, Hannah. Thank you for letting me know. A broken swing is no fun at all." He then looked down at her and his eyes twinkled. "You know, fixing things is always better with a helper. Would you like to help me fix it?" Hannah's eyes lit up like two bright stars. "Really? I can help?" she asked, bouncing on her toes with excitement. She had never helped fix something so important before. "Of course," said Mr. Oliver. "Every good engineer needs a great assistant." He opened his red toolkit on the grass, and it was like opening a treasure chest. Inside, shiny tools were neatly arranged in their own special spots. Hannah watched with wide, curious eyes as Mr. Oliver tugged out a wrench and some new screws. "All right, Assistant Hannah," he said with a playful grin. "Your first job is very important. Can you hold these screws for me? We need to keep them safe so they don't get lost in the grass." Hannah cupped her hands together and Mr. Oliver carefully placed 3 shiny screws into her palms. She held them as if they were precious jewels, her face focused and serious. Mr. Oliver then got to work on the loose chain. He showed Hannah how the chain connected to the top bar and how the bolt had come loose. "See this part here?" he explained, pointing. "We just need to tighten it up and add a new safety screw to make sure it stays put." Hannah watched every single move he made. It was fascinating. When he needed a tool, he'd ask, "Assistant Hannah, could you please pass me the small wrench, the blue one?" And Hannah would carefully pick it out and hand it to him, feeling very proud. After tightening the main bolt, Mr. Oliver showed her a tiny hole where the new screw needed to go. "This will lock it in place," he said. He positioned the screw and then let Hannah help him turn the screwdriver. Her small hands were right there with his big ones, turning and turning until the screw was tight. Once the chain was secure, they moved to the seat. Mr. Oliver leveled it and tightened the bolts on both sides. He even let Hannah help wipe the seat clean with a cloth. "There," Mr. Oliver said, standing up and wiping his hands. "I think our work is done. But every good repair job needs a test. What do you think, Hannah?" Hannah giggled. This was the best part. She stood in front of the newly fixed swing and gave it a gentle push. It swung back and forth smoothly, perfectly straight. No more wobble, no more tilt. It was perfect. She pushed it a little harder, and it flew higher, just like it was supposed to. By now, a few other children had noticed what was happening. They started to gather around, their eyes wide with excitement. A little boy with a red baseball cap asked, "Is it fixed? Can we use it now?" Hannah turned to them with a huge, proud smile. "Yes, we fixed it." Mr. Oliver placed a warm hand on Hannah's shoulder. "You see, Hannah," he said softly, so only she could hear. "Because you noticed the problem and decided to help, now all your friends can enjoy the playground safely. You helped everyone today." Hannah's heart felt full and warm, like she just swallowed a little piece of sunshine. Helping felt even better than swinging high. Mr. Oliver then turned to the waiting children. "All right, everyone, the swing is officially open. And since she was my #1 assistant, Hannah gets the very first ride." The other kids cheered. "Yay, Hannah!" Hannah beamed as she sat on the swing. She gripped the newly fixed chains, which felt strong and safe in her hands. With a big push from her feet, she soared into the air. Up she went, higher and higher, the wind singing in her ears and her ponytail flying out behind her. The whole playground looked amazing from up here. As she flew back and forth, a happy sob popped into her head. Helping makes playtime better for everyone, she shouted to the sky, her voice full of joy. And as she swung under the bright, happy sun, she knew this was a day at the park she would never, ever forget.